Hello, YouTube friends. Today we're going to look at messages from your future spouse. Let's get going. The purpose of this channel is to help people have a positive outlook on life and help them live a successful and abundant life. Today's reading is about channeling your future spouse, partner, person, and let them give you advice to help the two of you find each other and to live a happy life together. It was really interesting to see how the cards came out on this one, the message and the messages that the spirits had for each of you. I had a really powerful feeling as I read these cards. As I was reading, my spirit guides told me to draw a card for all of you before we start. As I did this, I got two cards, so let's just go over quickly these two cards. The first card is Storm Warning, which doesn't sound good, and it's not great, okay? This is a warning to all of us that things in the world will continue to be different and difficult. We all know what we're talking about here. The spirits and the universe understand and want you to know that this is for the world's greater good. Just know that through all of this, we should be continuing our efforts to raise our vibration and to help lift the world to a better state. The second card is Goddess of the Moon. This card is about receiving the moon's energy, which is the energy of intuition. That comes out in all of the readings today. You were born with intuition as part of your soul. Everyone has it. As we use our intuition, we will be spared a lot of grief, stress, anxiety that we would have otherwise had to have gone through. I remember once I had a 14-year-old son at the time. He's now much older than that, but when he was 14, he used to love to run and to ride his bike, and he used to like to do it in very great distances. He still runs marathons today. But one day he asked me, he says, "Hey, I'd like to go on a bike ride. Is that okay? I'll be gone for a couple hours." And I just had an overwhelming feeling of, no, you shouldn't go. So I told him no, and he was upset. But everything was okay. And I don't know what would have happened. And that's the thing with intuition. When we follow it, we don't always know what we avoided, but we know that things turn out well, turn out good. So it's important that we all listen to our intuition, because it'll help us not only in our daily lives, but in very mundane things, like maybe you're leaving work one day and you decide to take a different way home. And you find out later that there was a big accident on the freeway and you would have spent 3 or 4 hours in that traffic jam. It's just little things like that, just listening to your intuition. Just a quick way to help you to learn how to use your intuition is before you go to a grocery store, just visualize before you leave. Visualize in your mind a parking space, and then just sit, listen, and try to visualize that parking space. And when you get there, 9 times out of 10, that parking space will be available. And as you keep doing this little trick, you help to get in touch with your intuition. Anyway, today's theme has been kind of a message in a bottle. It's a message from your future spouse, future partner. And so we have 3 bottles here, 3 bottles for you to choose from. For those of you who are new to pick a card readings, let me explain a little bit how it works. Decide which of these 3 bottles you are drawn to, which one resonates with you. Simply go to the timestamp that's listed in the picture or that's in the description below. Just go to that timestamp and start your reading. I want you to listen all the way through the readings, because often the best stuff is at the end. Okay, well, let's get started with purple, group 1. The first card I get here is the 6 of Coins. Okay, the Six of Coins is telling me that everything appears to be well. Your future spouse, your future soulmate, your future person, okay, they're telling you that on the surface everything is well. Everything looks good. But they're also telling you that there's an imbalance. That means one of you's trying harder than the other. And I don't know if that's you or if that's your person. They're just telling you that there's an imbalance. Okay, so let's see what the rest of the cards are saying here. So the next card I get is the Knight of Swords, which means to be bold, to take action. It's a card of movement. The Knights are always movement, and Swords is a pretty strong one. It's intellectual. Okay, what I'm kind of hearing is, what the hell are you waiting for? I think that your person is trying to tell you that you may have to make the first move with this person, or they don't know that you secretly are in love with them or like them or whatever, okay? And they're just telling you they wish you would have made the first move. You know, what the hell are you waiting for? That's a very strong feeling that I'm getting, and I'm feeling that pretty strong. Be bold. Don't wait. Time is of the essence. I think this person, you probably know this person. That's what I'm getting. This group, you know this person. You already have a crush on them or something. You're just not doing anything about it. And they're a little, I don't think they even know. I don't think they have any idea. But that future person, in the future, they're saying, you know what? I just wish you would have made the first move. I wish you would have told me earlier. We could have been together much sooner. Things could have been better if you just would have told me. Okay, so everything appears to be well, but there's some kind of an imbalance. And I think it's because you're both a little hesitant to speak your feelings. So what the hell are you waiting for? Tell them how you feel. Tell this person. Okay. The next card I get, actually, okay, when I was drawing the cards here, 2 came out. I was asking for 1 and I got 2. So there's obviously something here that spirit guides want me to tell you. So this card is the Ace of Swords. First one, Ace of Swords, which again is telling me, speak up, don't suffer in silence. Swords are, for me, they're, you know, in general, they're intellectual. They are your mind, your intellect kind of cards. And we got 2 swords here already, and it's telling me to take action. Again, what the hell are you waiting for? Okay, that's the energy that is coming through very strong, and I'm getting goosebumps here. It is very strong, okay? And these cards are coming out this way to all tell me this, okay? As I've said in other videos, I just read the cards, and the cards tell me a story. All right? And the other card that they wanted you to have is the Ten of Wands. Okay, what I'm hearing is that the Ten of Wands is you're carrying around some burdens, right? That's usually what it's talking about. But what I'm hearing is that everything is smooth as long as you work together. Okay, so again, there's this imbalance. And one of you in the relationship in the future feels like you're carrying all of the burden. Okay, but the spirits are telling me right now, as long as you work together and you get rid of that imbalance, this is a great relationship. This is a very rewarding, happy relationship. But again, you're both a little timid, I think. You're both a little hesitant. And so someone's got to make the first move. And then you both have to communicate, because as long as you're communicating, things are really good with this relationship. Speak up, communicate, and get that other person to communicate too. Okay, now we're looking at the Angel Answers deck. And the first card I get is Wait. Okay, let me see. This seems to be kind of opposite of what I've been getting. So hang on, let me just feel it here for a minute. Okay, I get it now. All right, I hear it. All right, so you need to be bold, and you might have to make the first move with this person. Okay, But after you do, you're going to have to wait. Don't be discouraged if the feelings aren't reciprocated right away. This future person is telling you in the future, telling you now, is that, you know what? You need to wait for me. I'm not quite ready. I love that you approached me. I love that I know that now. But I'm not quite ready. And just be patient with me. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, be patient with this person. Like I said, for some reason, the two of you, neither one of you is really aggressive. You're both a little, just take it as it goes. Keep it easy going. Maybe a little shy to begin with. And so because of that, if you don't act, if you don't act, you're never going to get together with this person. And what can be is really good. And so this person is telling you to wait for them and be patient with them. Okay, the next, an energy card. And the card that we get is Man with a Coin. Okay, a couple things here. Immediately I get that to me, this is a card of abundance. It's a card of financial wellness. It means you're going to be comfortable. This person's, okay, all right, as I'm talking, the spirits are talking to me, okay, and they say, look, we're going to be comfortable. Don't worry so much about money. Together, we're going to be comfortable. That's what he's trying to tell you. They're this person. Guy or girl, doesn't matter. The future spouse, this future love interest, the future soulmate, they're telling you, don't worry so much about finances. Everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be comfortable. All right, I also get for some of you that you know this person and you know them from work somehow, okay? For others of you, you haven't met yet. And I think that's part of why, okay, Man with the Coin often means you don't know the person yet. So the wait makes a little more sense with that as well, that some of you are going to have to wait a little bit. Again, this is an abundant relationship. This is what this card is telling me. It's an abundance of love. It's an abundance of your earthly needs. It's an abundance of spirituality. It's just a really good relationship, but it's going to take some balance and some work on both of your part. It's going to seem like everything's smooth sailing at first, but you got to be careful. You got to communicate, because one of you is going to feel like the other person's not trying hard enough, or they're not giving you what you need. So communication is key here. Okay, now we're going to look at the Archangel deck. And again, when I was shuffling these, I was looking for one card, two came out. All right, so the first one, and this is the one that was a surprise to me because the other one makes sense. Okay, just a minute. So spiritual understanding. Okay, I think I'm getting what's going on here. Okay, so this is spiritual understanding, Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Remember, I said before that this relationship is going to bring you an abundance, and spirituality is one of those things. And your person, their future self, is telling me they appreciate your spirituality and to listen. Okay, you're bringing them into their spiritual understanding and helping them understand themselves spiritually. And they're now telling you, be aware of the symbols and your intuition and the things, the little synchronicities that are going on in your life right now, because those are leading you to this person. So whether you understand it or not, whether you know the person or not, listen to the synchronicities For some reason, 222 just popped into my mind. So look, you're going to see 222. That's part of the symbols that you're going to be seeing and receiving. But you're going to get some information from your spirit guides, through your intuition, through dreams. And you need to pay attention to them, because that's going to lead you to this point where this future spouse is talking to you, brings you to that point. And again, okay, let's look at the next card. The next card we get is prosperity. The abundance thing is coming through again, and prosperity. Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Okay, that's kind of summing up what I've already been feeling, all right? There's a lot of prosperity coming for you as you follow the guidance of your intuition. There's a lot of prosperity in this new relationship, in this future, with this future spouse, soulmate, this person, okay? They're telling me they're telling you there's prosperity here. There's an abundance of love. There's an abundance of everything. You're going to be comfortable in life. So listen to your intuition. Listen to those signs. Okay, again, I'm getting 222, and I don't know why, but for some of you, that's important. Okay, but pay attention to the little signs. Others of you, get in touch with your intuition and try to talk to your spirit guides and tell them that you'll know that they're there if you see something, right? For me, it's butterflies and rainbows. I don't know why. It's just when I was kind of trying to get in touch with them and I said, give me a sign. They said, you'll always know we're there when you see butterflies or rainbows. That's what they told me. So that's what I get. That's my signs. And I see those all the time now. So figure out what your sign is from your archangels, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. There'll be just little things that will tell you that they're there. And as you listen to that intuition and follow them, as in that other card said, this prosperity is coming in. I hope that makes sense. The next card that I get is from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and the card that we got was Fork in the Road. This is a little interesting. What I'm getting is, for some of you, you're currently in a relationship and you're thinking, and you're to a point where you go, we either call this off or we take it to the next level. And that's a big decision for you. And it's a decision that only you can make. And, but listen to your intuition, because it's going to be a little different for everybody. But what I'm hearing is that it's your decision to make, that there's good and bad in both paths. All right. In paths of staying with this person that you're in a relationship with, and there's some good and bad things with leaving. So only you can determine that. Listen to your intuition on this one. It also means that there's going to be points in your future relationship. Again, I'm trying to channel that future person and what they want to tell you now. And they're telling you that with them, there's a fork in the road. And make sure you choose the right one. But they're not telling me what that means. They're just saying, choose the right path. And only you know what the right path is. Okay, so whether you're in a relationship now or one in the future, something's going to come up that is going to be a big decision for you to go left or right. And only you can make that decision, okay? I'm not getting a lot about this. That's about all I get right now. So maybe we'll see how the other cards go and if I get anything different. Okay, and looking at the romance cards, I get trust. Okay, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. All right, I gotta see how this all connects together here. Try to listen to what they're telling me here. Just a minute. Okay, you need to trust your intuition. That's what I'm getting. All right. You need to trust more in your intuition. You're looking at this picture here, and there's two people together, but there's one that's reaching a wand out, and there's just this little cherub there with an arrow. And kind of what I'm getting is that one of you needs to reach out to your spirit guides, needs to trust your intuition. Because if you don't trust your intuition, you're not going to manifest the good possibilities, the abundant possibilities that are in your future. Okay, if you don't trust and you just try to rely on your intellect, you may take the wrong path. So it's just telling you to trust in your own intuition, because it won't lead you astray. And your intuition in general is usually your first instinct, your first thought about something is usually your intuition telling you. But we overthink things and we talk ourselves out of that initial reaction oftentimes. But you need to get in touch with your own intuition and trust your gut. Trust what it's telling you, because it's leading you into good things. Please press, hit, smash, destroy that like button. And while you're at it, please subscribe and ring that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future pick a card readings. Okay, and the last card I get, I'm going to draw this from my Romance Traits deck. And the card that we get is Best Friends. Best friends. This person will start as a friend, and as you become closer and closer, you will become lovers and best friends. Okay. Now that makes some sense into what I'm hearing here. Again, the wait. You have to wait, because this person isn't going to fall in love as fast as you are. But they will, and that's what they're trying to tell you. They said, look, we're best friends. We are in the future. We're best friends. We're lovers and we're best friends. Which is, in my opinion, that's what you want out of a mate, a partner, a love interest. You want to be able to be as open and honest with them as you can be, and as you would with your best friend, because they will become your best friend. So that's what they're telling me. They said, after all of this, whatever journey that you're going to have to go on to get together, and it's going to be a journey, because you're going to have to wait, okay? It's going to be a journey, but it's worth it in the end, because you're going to end up with someone who loves you, who's your best friend, who wants the best for you, and you're going to have an abundance of love, an abundance of life, abundance of everything. All right, an abundant life. That's what's in store for you. Okay, group 2. Let's pull some tarot cards here. I'm using a bunch of different decks in this, just kind of to feel a little different energy. So let's start with the first one, and we get the Hierophant. The Hierophant, however you want to say it. This card represents commitment. It's a feeling of security, okay? What your future person is trying to tell you is that you're going to have a very committed person, and they're determined to make you feel secure. That's what they want me to say. Okay. Also, as a couple, you're going to find out who you really are, the two of you, and together you're going to help to strengthen each other, to make each other better. Okay, I mean, that's part of being true love to me, is when you make each other better, when you're better together than apart. That's a really true love, a really solid relationship. All right, so the next card I get is the Three of Swords. Okay, the Three of Swords. Okay, this represents pain and suffering. You see, there's a heart with 3 swords going through it. So what they're telling me right now is that you're going to go through some pain and suffering, I think some of you are currently in a relationship that isn't working, and you've been thinking about getting out of it. And while I don't want to tell you what to do, I just don't feel that you already know that you need to get out of it, and it's going to hurt. Okay, so that's why this came up, is you're going to have to go through some things that are going to hurt in order to ultimately raise your vibration to meet your new person here. The person who's going to be really good for you. They want me to tell you that there's light at the end of the tunnel, okay? That this isn't just pain and suffering. It's also happiness at the end. That you're going to go through something. It's going to be hard, but it's going to all be worth it in the end. Okay, so when you're going through hard things, just remember to be grateful for what you do have and don't focus on what you don't have. Sometimes when you're hurting, you need to feel the emotion and give yourself permission to feel the emotion. Okay? But don't do that for days and days. Give yourself time limits. Let's say for an hour, I'm going to listen to some sad music and I'm going to have a good cry. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. Sometimes listening to some sad music and having a good cry just helps. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. But also know that the pain you're going to go through, or the suffering, or what the bad relationship that you're going through and have to get out of, just know that this is temporary. That happiness is going to be more long-term. That's what they want me to tell you. The next card I get is the Two of Swords. Okay, the Two of Swords is, I get hiding feelings. But as you go through, again, you're going to go through some stuff. And true feelings are going to come out. And I think when you meet your new person that you're meant to be with, they're telling me that they're going to give you their true feelings. And things are all going to be good. But in the meantime, there's some feelings that are being hidden. And it's not from this new person. It is from somebody in your past, somebody in your present. It's not this new person, okay? They're just going to show you love. And they want me to tell you that. I get that pretty strongly here. Is that they're going to be committed. In a current relationship or a past relationship, somebody has cheated. So you have a hard time trusting. Well, your person that you're going to be with long term, they want you to know that they would never cheat on you. That when they're committed, when they commit 100%. And they can't wait to commit to you. I'm trying to just listen here, see if I get anything else. Yeah, okay, I just keep getting that there's some temporary pain that you're going to go through or have gone through. Yeah, for some of you, you have gone through some pain. Okay, now I'm feeling that there was a big breakup for some of you. I don't think it was all of you, but for some of you, there was a big breakup. It may have even been a divorce. And that was really hard. And that's what I'm saying. It's okay to wallow in that bitterness sometimes, in that sadness sometimes. But don't forget to limit the time and then be grateful to come out of that mood, that bad mood that you need to feel in order to get it out. But once your time limit's up, start focusing on things that you're grateful for. And then you'll learn to be happy and you'll learn to forgive. Okay, focus on what you have, not what you don't have. And that's going to help you. Okay, let's move on to some oracle cards here. The first card I get from the Angel Answers deck is Not the Right Time. That's what I've been getting. This goes right along with it. I feel like most of you are going through something that's kind of painful, and while you're going through that, and until you can truly let it go, you're not going to bring in this new person. The message from them right now is, this isn't the right time to meet this person. You got to get over some stuff. You've got to learn how to be grateful for things. You got to learn how to forgive. In my readings, you'll hear those two things a lot because I know that those two things are the key to happiness. They have been key to my happiness in life. And so I know that those two things really help. When you're going through struggles, if you focus on gratitude in the things that you're thankful for, grateful for, nothing will ever seem quite as dark after that. Right now is not the right time. That's all. That's okay. You're going to be happy in the long run. Just don't worry about it right now. Let it go for now. Get over the things that you need to get over. And then you can start to draw this person in, because they're there waiting for you. I really do get the feeling that they want you just as badly as you want them. And they're ready now, and you're just not quite. But you're going to be. So don't worry about that. Just focus on you right now. And if you're in a bad relationship, maybe it's the right time to get out. I don't know. Only you can make that decision. But don't get stuck in bad relationships. There's too many good people out there to get stuck in a bad relationship. That's the way I feel anyway, and that's what I'm hearing right now. Okay, let's look at the next card. Next card we get is the energy cards, and it's interesting. With this deck, 2 cards came out, and they came flying out. So these 2 cards, I was just asking for 1, but I got 2. Okay, the first card I get is 6th Chakra Archangel Metatron. Okay, this kind of does go with what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling that you need to get in touch with you. You need to get in touch with yourself. You need to work on you for a bit until you get some clarity as to what you really want. This is a card that says that the Archangel Metatron is trying to help you with your intuition, to help you open up your third eye and see things more clearly. I do feel like you're getting some angel help here, okay? And so you need to really work on expanding your thought, expanding your mind, expanding your consciousness to get in touch with that intuition and that to get that help from your spirit guides and from your angels. Your spirit guides really love you. There's a strong, strong love that's coming through. And I think that's twofold. One's from your spirit guides and your angels who clearly are trying to get you to get to this new person. Okay, they're trying to help you get there. But the angels are saying, no, you've got to go through some learning first. And so that you've got kind of, they're not really conflicting, but there's a little bit of 2 kinds of energy here. And that is one of, we want to help you move on. And there's one I want to help you learn. Okay, and I think that they really are kind of one and the same. But that's why we have this whole thing about the Hierophant and commitment, is that when you do meet this future love, they're really going to help you find out who you are and help you through a bunch of stuff, okay? But you need to take some time for you right now. Okay, now the next card I got from the energy deck is Journey, which is interesting. Again, it also goes right along with this. You're going through a journey. You're going through a process. You may actually want to travel. I mean, that's what the journey often is, just travel. It may mean that you need to relocate. But what I'm really hearing, I think some of you want to relocate. You want to get a change of scenery. Maybe that's just moving to a new house. Maybe it's changing cities. Maybe it's changing states or countries. It's going to be different for everybody, but I think you need a change of scenery. But the real journey card is referring to this process that you're going through. I feel like a lot of you are going through a spiritual awakening, and that's what brought you to these pick-a-card readings. I've gone through the same thing, and I understand it. And so you're going through a journey right now, a spiritual journey, an emotional journey. And that's okay because you've got angels and spirit guides helping you. And I think you're becoming more and more aware of them, I think is kind of what your journey is about right now. Okay, we're going to look at the Archangel deck here. And the card I get is Relationship Harmony. Okay, that's exactly what I'm feeling. Your future person wants you to know that your relationship is going to be very harmonious. It's not the energy that you're going through right now or that you've gone through in the past. This person is completely different. Let's read what the card has to say here. Okay, Relationship Harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. This is talking about your future relationship. This isn't talking about what you're going through right now, I don't think. I don't think this group, I don't think that you know this person yet, your future person, and they're calling to you, telling you, look, our relationship is going to be harmonious. Even when we have arguments, we're going to make up quickly because we love each other too much to argue for very long and to hold any hard feelings or grudges against the other person. That's just not who you guys will be. And you've got angels and your spirit guides helping you through those things. And they're helping you through what you're going through right now, like we've already talked about. Okay, the next card we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck is Never Ending Story. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'm feeling. This card is about going through stuff, right? And learning lessons from those things. So I think you're going through a learning phase right now, which you need to go through. As we've talked, your angels and your spirit guides are helping you through it. They're guiding you if you just listen. And there's important lessons here that you need to learn. And sometimes bad examples are the best examples, okay? And so having a bad relationship helps you to understand what a good relationship really is about. And I think that's part of what you have to learn here. You need to learn from either your current relationship or past relationships that it's okay to have a bad relationship as long as you learn something. And hopefully you found some good things in that relationship to learn from and some bad things that you don't want to repeat. So the never-ending story is also about that this isn't your whole life. This isn't your story. This isn't your complete story yet. This is just a chapter in that story. And the next set of chapters are much, much brighter, much better. Your angels and your guides are helping you toward a person that is going to be really good for you. And you're going to be really happy with this person. If you can just learn from this current relationship what you need to, current and past relationships, learn what you need to learn so that you understand what a great relationship you're going to have is and that you won't make the mistakes of the past. Let's go to the romance deck and pull a card, and that card is Soulmate. Okay. That's what I've been feeling. This person that is calling to you, that is, sending messages to you right now, is your soulmate. So rest assured that your soulmate is coming and that you're going to have a great relationship. Yes, you're going to marry or have a long-term relationship anyway with your soulmate. Okay, now, you also need to understand that you have more than one soulmate. But your guides are pushing you toward one person. And that one person is the energy that I'm hearing and feeling right now. And these are the messages from this person that your spirit guides feel like you need to be with. Please press, hit, smash, destroy that like button. And while you're at it, please subscribe and ring that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future Pick a Card readings. I'm going to pull one more card here from my romance deck, and the card we get is Cupid. Cupid, a chance meeting will be a love at first sight kind of love. All right, I get this card. I've gotten this card a lot lately too. There's a few cards I tend to get a lot. This is one of them. And in this one, it came out and I go, no, not this one again. And I put it back in the deck and shuffled, and this one came out again. So this is really important here. Yeah, I'm feeling very strongly here that you have had past lives with this person, the soulmate that you're going to be with. You've had past lives together. And whenever I get the Cupid card, that's always what I feel is like you run into this person. It's kind of like those, it's like a movie that I'm kind of seeing this movie in my mind right now. And I don't think it's you exactly. It's just the kind of meeting that you are going to have. And, in the movies, two people are walking down the street. They bump into each other. Somebody drops some stuff. The other one helps pick it up, and they look at each other in the eye, and all of a sudden they're in love. That's what they're showing me. That is the image that they're showing me right now. I think there will be a chance meeting, and the Cupid, you see this little cherub Cupid there in the picture, that represents your angels and spirit guides who are trying to bring you two together. And because you've had past lives together, you're going to recognize each other right away. And you're going to feel very comfortable right away with this person. And that's part of why we get this whole message of commitment and security, is because you've spent lives with this person before, and it's going to feel familiar. There's just more that you two have to learn, and you're going to learn it together. Okay, so this is a very positive kind of relationship, and one that you two will learn a lot together. And I just see you guys being so happy, just kind of like you see this couple here. To me, this looks like Italy. Whenever I look at this, it looks like Italy to me. Like they're looking at an ancient city in the background or something, okay? I just get this feeling of travel. Like in the journey card we got, is travel, movement, and you're moving toward each other. But I think the two of you are going to travel. I think you're going to like to travel. That's what I'm hearing as well. So I see nothing but good things. I'm excited for you. This is a wonderful kind of relationship. Okay, group 3. Here we go with some tarot cards. First tarot card I get is the 4 of Coins, or the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a card of potential, of big decisions, and about moving slowly. Okay, so it's kind of a card of inexperience, and because the inexperience, that's why it moves slowly. And when you're inexperienced, you have to make big decisions. But you have lots of potential. So what I'm hearing from my spirit guides, from this person to you, is take things easy. Take things slowly. Don't move too quickly. I think it's like one of the other readings was this person's going to take a little more time. I think it was group 1. They're going to need a little more time to find their feelings than you will. And because of that, they're telling you to move slowly. There's a lot of potential in this relationship. That's what they're saying. Lots of potential. It's going to be really good if we take things easy and move slowly, because there's a lot of big decisions that'll have to be made in this relationship, like marriage, kids, families. There's always big decisions around family. So that's what I'm getting. Now, if we look at another card here, we get the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot doesn't always fit in love readings that well, but it is, again, it's one of these movement cards. And so what I'm getting is about feeling confident. You need to feel confident in yourself. You need to be happy yourself. You don't need anybody to be happy. If you're telling yourself, once I find a husband, a wife, a spouse, Once I find that person, I'll be happy. If you're saying that, then you're probably wrong. You're never going to be happy. Whenever you say, I'll be happy when, that means you're probably never going to be happy, because when those things happen, you're not really changed as a person. So you have to be happy yourself first. Okay, and how do you do that? Well, it's feeling confident in who you are, liking who you are, being grateful for what you have, and forgiving others in your life who you've perceived as harming you. Work on your gratitude. You're going to hear this from me time and time again, because it's just is so true. Happy people are grateful people. Until you can feel confident and grateful for what you have and be happy without a new person, you're not going to manifest that person. Okay? And that's what they're telling me, is that you have to work on you so that you feel confident, so you feel happy, and then you're going to find this person very quickly. That's what I'm getting. That's why he or she is just saying, look, be confident in yourself. You don't need anybody to be happy. You have everything you need. Okay, our next card is the Knight of Coins. Coins are coming up here. Coins are pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Coins, Knights are always movement cards. So we're getting movement here, right? And it's moving slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the Knights. Okay, it is slow and methodical. It is reaching toward goals with very practical steps, keeping in mind of what your values are and what you want out of life, and keeping those values intact. That's what the Knight of Coins is all about here. It's moving slowly and deliberately into what you want. So what I'm hearing with these three cards is you need to learn how to be happy with yourself, set some goals, and move toward those goals in a very practical, methodical way. But you're going to have some big decisions up ahead, so don't make those big decisions without really studying them and really paying attention to your intuition and your feelings. Okay, let's look at some other cards here. We'll start with the Angel Answers. Okay, the first card we get here is Ask Your Angels. This is a lot like what I'm already feeling here, and that is you're going to have big decisions to make, but you don't have to make them on your own. You need to learn how to use your intuition more and how to speak to your angels and your spirit guides. Okay, in order to do that, you need to concentrate on asking them questions. Okay, there's one thing about angels and even spirit guides a lot is that they need you to ask them. They can't just interrupt your life and tell you to do something that is against your will. And because of that, you need to be asking your angels. Ask them for help. Ask them for advice. They can give you advice as well as help you with things. They are there for your greater good. They are there to help. Okay, so how do you ask your angels? Well, you can either ask questions aloud or you can ask them in your mind. The best time to do that is during meditation or self-hypnosis, where you're very quiet and relaxed. And as you're very quiet and relaxed and just concentrating on your breathing and concentrate on not thinking about anything. When thoughts come up, you just simply dismiss them and go back to concentrating on breathing. Then once you're in a deep, relaxed state, then you can ask questions. I ask questions in my mind for the most part, or because I feel silly about talking aloud when I'm alone. But I'll whisper stuff sometimes. I don't think it really matters. And then the angels, then you have to listen for the answer, okay? It's a lot like prayer. If you're used to praying, it's the same thing, pretty much. Prayer and meditation, to me, are almost the same thing. It's just in prayer, you're addressing a higher being and asking help from that higher being, versus meditation is concentrating on yourself and clearing your mind. But during meditation, you can ask your angels questions or ask for help, but you need to listen for the answers. And so again, it's quieting the mind. And when thoughts come in, you need to examine those is that my thought, or is that coming external? And as you get used to doing this, you'll start to recognize that was an external thought, and that's your angels or your spirit guides telling you things. So you need to work on learning how to do that. And I'm going to come up with a video here, I hope in the next week. It's on my schedule of things to do about getting in touch with your intuition. And getting in touch with your intuition is a lot like just listening to your spirit guides and your angels. It is the same thing to me. So we'll talk more about that. But that's what the Ask Angels card is that in these big decisions that are gonna be facing you really for the rest of your life, you need to be in touch with your angels and your intuition, so you do the things that are best for you, and that you don't make major mistakes and cause a lot of anxiety or needless stress in your life. And that's what I'm getting from your future spouse here, is that, or future partner, they're saying the same thing. Ask your angels, get in touch with your intuition. You need to work on that. We all need to work on that. But that's, for you right now, it's something that you should be working on. Okay, now the next card I get, I was only asking for one card here, but I got two. That happens from time to time. But that card I got was a year from now. Okay, so for me, does that mean you're going to meet this person a year from now? Quite possibly. But I don't like to put time frames on things because of the fact that people have free will. It's almost impossible to predict the future. Now, you can predict things like you're going to end up with a certain person, but time frames is a good way to get disappointed because everybody has free will. You have your free will. Your person has free will. And all I can say is right now, the way things are unfolding at its current pace, is this will happen approximately a year from now, give or take a few months. But it doesn't mean that it will, in fact, happen. There's just too many factors there. Again, you could make a decision 5 minutes from now that could change the timeline. Your person could make a decision an hour from now that changes the timeline. So as things are today and the way things are vibrating today, it's about a year from now you're going to meet this person. Okay, move on to the energy decks here. Okay, the energy cards, I get the Sun. Okay, the Sun's a great card. This is kind of confirming what I've already been feeling here. The Sun is about new beginnings, it's about creativity, it's about like birth. The Sun brings life to the world, and so it brings possibilities to the world, okay? Without another day, there is no possibilities. So what the Sun is telling me is that your life is full of possibilities still, and good possibilities are going to grow out of your efforts. There's new beginnings coming. So, again, I feel that you need to get in touch with yourself, with your intuition, and be happy within yourself. Because then as soon as you do that, you're going to very quickly manifest this person into your life. That's why I think we get the year, or a year from now, that card. And the Sun is just, it's all coming to pass. This is all going to happen. It's all very good and happy. And it's a lot of creative energy. So I see over the next year, you're creating something, whether that's a new you, a new life, or some project in your life. There's a lot of creative energy there, okay? So there's just nothing but good things here. But it needs a little work on your part, okay? So anyway, let's continue to look at some cards here. Let's look at the Archangel deck. Okay, the card I get is claircognizance. Archangel Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay, that's what we've been talking about. You need to get in touch with your angels. And this is exactly what this is about. It's you need to ask your angels for help and ask about things. And then pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you, because they are coming from those angels and those guides and your ancestors, okay? You need to get in touch with that part of yourself. Now, you probably also are claircognizant, which means you just know things. I have a little bit of this. Mine is more feelings, but there are certain things that I just know for no apparent reason. Okay, so if you're in touch with your intuition, in touch with your own abilities, your own God-given gifts, you're going to just know things. And whether that's coming, well, it's coming from your angels and your spirit guides. And when you really get in touch with that part of you, you'll understand more what that means and how it affects you. Because most of the time it's asking a question and then all of a sudden just knowing. But you need to have faith in those answers and put the answers to work. And the one thing that you're going to find is the more you listen and the more you do things that your intuition or your guides or your angels are telling you, the more you listen and the more you do those things that they tell you, the more answers you're going to get. Okay, those people who ignore the advice once they get it, why would you give them any more advice, right? You got to pay attention. You got to do what you know is right. Okay, now we're going to look into the wisdom of the oracle. And the card we get is Yang. Okay, this is an interesting card. In fact, I want to read you something here as to the meaning of it, because I think it supports what we're talking about here. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air. And now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. Okay, so your partner is telling you when you meet them, please go and introduce yourself. Please say something. Okay, because the other person may not recognize it. Remember, they said, look, we're going to take this slow. I think you're going to be more in tune. And that's why they're telling you right now is you need to hone those skills. So when you do meet, when you do see this person, you recognize it, and then you take the lead here. And that's what this is all about. This isn't going to happen overnight. It's, probably a year away. So you need to hone your own gifts. You need to understand how to use your intuition, how to trust your intuition, how to make plans for things, how to move in a positive direction, how to have self-confidence, so that when the opportunity arises, you understand the opportunity and you do something about it. This is what they're trying to tell you. Please do these things so you can act, so that we get together sooner, because what we have is going to be wonderful. See, I'm getting goosebumps. This is coming in so clearly right now. This is what this whole message was about. Getting in touch with your own intuition, your own spirit guides, your own angels, and those who love you on the other side. And they're going to push you toward this new person. And I see nothing but love and happiness. If you do these few things, you're awfully close right now. You just have to keep going with what you know you're supposed to be doing. Just get in touch with your angels. Just meditate more and listen. Listen to what they have to say and act on it. Okay, we're going to go to the romance deck here, and I got two cards again. I was asking for one here, I got two. So we'll see what they mean here. So the first one I get is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so yes, you're calling in your soulmate. And this is what it's going to take, as we've discussed previously, what it's going to take to bring this person in is to listen to your angels, is to listen to your spirit guides, and to get in touch with them, because they're going to lead you to this person. So all your prayers and affirmations and your visualizations are helping you to bring this person into you. Okay, and it is a soulmate energy. And that's why we're getting messages from this person. It's your soulmate. It's somebody who really cares about you. And this is going to be a good, wonderful kind of love. This is a beautiful kind of a love. I'm envious. This is such a good feeling right now. Okay, then the next card we get is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so again, this is more about listening to your spirit guides, listening to your angels, because they're going to warn you when you're going astray or when you're going to do something that's going to lead you away from this person. I hope that makes sense. So pay attention to those things. This is all about learning to use your intuition. It's all about learning to get in touch with your spirit guides and angels. This is what this person really is trying to tell you. Please press, hit, smash, destroy that like button. And while you're at it, please subscribe and ring that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future Pick a Card readings. Okay, now I think we got one more card. Okay, the last card we have here is Wish. This person is everything you've wished for. Be careful. Sometimes what you wish for isn't what you need. Okay, so again, this kind of goes back to everything I've been feeling here. They all fit together. It's always amazing to me how these cards come out, and to me, they just tell a story, and my spirit guides just open up this story to me. And this goes right along with that. You're trying to manifest somebody, your perfect person, and you're going to get really close to that person. But there's going to be some people that come along. They're going to seem like that person, but really aren't. So you got to be careful. Sometimes what you think you want isn't really what you need as well. And that's why you need to get in touch with your spirit guides, your angels. I keep hearing your angels are saying, I want to help. I want to help. You just have to ask for it. But there is some things about you have to ask for it. It's kind of the way the divine law works. Until you ask for it, they can't really do much because they can't take away your free will. So figure out how to communicate with them. You got to work on that so that they can warn you before you make mistakes that will lead you away from this person. Okay, this is really strong, and again, it's a very beautiful thing. I have such a wonderful feeling. I'm so excited for you. This is an amazing love that you're going to get if you do these few things. Just learn how to love yourself, get in touch with your spirit guides and angels. To me, that right now, that's what I'm feeling. Those are the things that you need. Calm down, take things slow. That's the whole energy we get here. Slow, steady progress, and it'll lead you right to this person.